Hello and welcome to another edition of the Curvy Kitty. Today I am going to be testing some makeup swatches as given to me, sort of prescribed for me or color matched to me from 3 or 4 different providers. Please excuse the mess in my background. I'm currently sitting in my office, which is where I usually video. But I have decided to face my window so I can actually get, natural light on my skin. So you can actually see what these look like and we can decide what was best matched and what the best one we've got is. I will be using 2 that I already own, which will be my Bobbi Brown makeup stick. And that is in Porcelain 0. Hopefully you can get that to focus. So Porcelain 0, and for comparison, since these are all high-end brands, we'll also be using L'Oreal Paris's new Nude Magic Eau de Tint Feel Fresh Foundation Weightlessly Bare Perfection, and this one is in 100 Porcelain, and it's very thin as a comparison. We also have 2 Urban Decay foundations. This is their skin range. We have gotten number 1, which is the second lightest color. Technically it's a fair with yellow, I believe. And then we've gotten half, which is their very lightest color. Again, this one has a slightly more pink tone to it. But we'll swatch everything next to each other. Then I need to check the name. I have Shell, which is Double Wear from Estee Lauder, and Ivory Nude, which is the second shade. Now I went to 2 different Estee Lauder counters and had them both color match me, and they came up with different colors. This is on the same day, same wearing everything, and they matched me to 2 different colors, so we'll see which one matches best. And last but not least is a sample I've actually worn a couple of times. It's Makeup Forever HD Foundation in number 110. Let me just pull it out of its little baggie because I keep it in its bag so it doesn't get ruined. And this isn't readily available in the UK at the moment, but HD Cosmetics are coming. I picked this up in the States. It's just a little, again, it's a little pot. So we'll just do a little swatch. I will quickly put on my normal skincare I'll do sort of my normal skincare routine to make sure that what we see on my skin is actually normally what we'll see. Please excuse my face demons, as Bunny Myers would call them. I've broken out a little bit and it is truly horrible. So give me just a moment and I will be right back and be ready to swatch these colors. Okay, so I have quickly grabbed a bit of moisturizer. Today I'm using Simply Sensitive Hydrating Moisturizer from Boots, so it's a pretty basic moisturizer. It's just, your average high street stuff. But it's fairly creamy and kind of nice. And then I'm also using my current favorite primer, which is e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer. And as you can see, it's green. So it corrects for redness. It says it fills in fine lines and creates a flawless finish. And I actually quite like the texture of this, and of course it's cheap. So that's excellent. For any of you who want some e.l.f. cosmetics, shortly I will have a huge, massive haul of e.l.f. coming to me. Many products. And I got them all for my contest, which I will plug at the end. So give me just a moment to pop some of this on. We'll use this cheat to swatch. And I'm just using a generic foundation brush. I may pull out sort of the stops to try and make sure I'm not mixing colors. If I have to, I'll even swatch with my finger. So give me just a second to plop some of this on, and we'll go from there. I'm not going to moisturize and prime my whole face, just because there's no real point, because I'll probably be washing a lot of this stuff off. No. My moisturizer's not cooperating. There we go. Made a little whirly. Exciting whirly of moisturizer. I'll moisturize my whole face, there's no harm. Okay, so moisturize. This is my moisturizing song. Oh my god. Moisturizing everything. Got moisturizer on my hands. Gonna rub it off on my trousers. Okay. So now I might as well prime fully with my mineral primer as well. It looks a bit like, you know, mashed peas, mushy peas. It's, ugh. But it does feel quite nice. I don't use a whole lot of it though. I only need a little. Again, I rub it everywhere. I tend to wipe it off my lips though, because it can be a bit gross. Okie dokie. So there's that. Give that a moment to soak in. Oh, my poor fish demons. While I'm waiting, let me just tell you a little bit about that contest I was mentioning earlier. I was going to do a promo at the end, but I need to let everything absorb. So what's going on is, any of you who are familiar with Tess Munster, / Tess Holiday, as she will soon be known when she marries her darling Nick, excuse me, she has brought plus size women into sort of the mainstream a bit more for a beauty sense. And I myself, yes, am a bigger girl at the moment. Right now I will admit that I am losing weight. The reason being is that I am going to jump out of a plane for charity next year on my birthday. And I have to be in a certain weight range to be able to safely do that. So it's not because I, hate my body. It's just because there are things I want to do that my body will restrict me from at the moment. But that's neither here nor there. So, Tess has brought out all this stuff, and it's become a big thing. We're seeing more and more plus models. And that sort of got me on a body positivity kick. But I'm not body positive just for the fat girls. Though obviously I have a vested interest in, fat girl pride. But for everybody. So fat, thin, short, tall, green, blue, yellow. Doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter if you're straight, trans, bi, whatever you are worthy of love and respect. So I am trying to get a hashtag of will not be shamed trending. Just for all those people out there who have been shamed for their body appearance, sexuality, gender, any of those things. And so what I'm doing is I'm asking people to give me a quick tweet on Twitter at the Curvy Kitty, and include the hashtag will not be shamed. There's no will and it is not a shame, so it's will not be shamed. Along with something you like about yourself, even if other people don't. And my example was, I love my pixie haircut, even though it's not traditional fat girl safe hair. I love it. I don't care what other people think. I don't care if people think I'm too fat to have short hair. Don't give a shit. I love it, and you know what? I will not be shamed. So just send me a tweet. Hashtag it with will not be shamed, and something you like about yourself regardless. And so you can win a whole bunch of e.l.f. cosmetics. I also have some Tarte Best in Faux lash extension fiber mascara, along with their most classic and popular mascara. It came in a little set, which I picked up in the States. It's not easy to get here. So I've got that. I've got some funky jewelry. So this is one of the things, my shiny ring, that will go as a prize. Amongst other things, any winners will also get one of my calendars, which are pretty spiffy. That is my little logo little cat head that says hashtag will not be shamed. And this is, as you can see, a 2016 calendar, because there's no point in giving you a 2015 calendar half of the way through the year. So in the future, you will continue to not be shamed. I feel like everything's soaked in now, so we can move on. So I'm going to start, I think. Let's start with the Nakeds from Urban Decay. So I'm going to go darkest, lightest on each color, and I'll do up on my jaw on this one. Okay, so just cracking open number 1, and just going to pour a little bit into my hand, just literally a drop. Got my brush, got my orange crush, and we're gonna just swatch that right there. And as you can tell, you can't really see anything, so that's usually a good sign. Just gonna grab my mirror so I can see myself. Yeah, so that's right there. So that's number 1. And I'm going to quickly wipe down my brush so nothing's on it. I have recently found a useful trick. I'm going to roller back to get to it. What it is when I bought this camera, it came with a foam sponge, but it's not like a stippling sponge, which is actually the secret to the quick change. But I find that actually works really well for cleaning brushes. So just going to quickly grab that. Okay, I'm back. So, see, it's just a foam thing, but I find that, like the quick change, it is excellent for cleaning brushes when you very quickly need to change it. So I'm just going to put the lid back on the 1, because, you know, don't want to spill it everywhere. And we're going to go for the half. So, poured a lot more half into my hand than I meant to do. I'm just going to make sure I use the other side of this brush just in case. So I put 1 about there. I wonder if I can pour this back in. I don't think I can. I'm going to try and scrape it back into the bottle. Ooh, that works. Haha. Rub that on the back of my arm. Grab a mirror so I can see. Problem is, when a color matches, it's hard to see. I'm actually going to put half further back. So that's half. So, we've got half, we've got 1. Now, again, just going to do a quick little switchy-roo on my sponge, which is actually, seriously, this is great. I would strongly recommend buying a quick change if you can find them at an affordable price, or a large stippling sponge if you can't, because that's exactly what it's made out of. Or again, if you can find one of these sponges that has this sort of texture and is quite firm. Excellent for changing colors very quickly. So those are the Urban Decays. Oops, I've just knocked stuff down. Okay, so I'm going to do Shell from Estee Lauder, and then I will do Ivory Nude. I'm just going to take a little out of the lid of this one so that I can swatch on my cheek. Again, need my mirror. Oops, so that's Shell. And obviously there's a lot more to this one. Can you see it? You can't see it very well, and that's usually good because, you know, you don't want stuff you can see. That is really pink. So that is Shell. I will work these in a little bit more. I might go over the other 2 colors a little bit just because I did put them on quite lightly. Let's quick change. It's not the brand I'm using, but I recommend buying it. That's my quick change song. Okay, so now I'm going to do Ivory Nude. And just get a little dibble of that on my brush, if I can, without spilling it. Come on, Ivory. Okay, got a little bit on that. Grabbing my mirror again. So, ivory. Can you see it? Don't know if you can see these at all on my skin, which is actually a good thing usually, because that means they match. I will, however, take a photo as well, just because I know it's quite hard to see. So far we've got the 2 Urban Decays and the 2 Estee Lauders, which leaves us with Bobbi Brown, L'Oreal, and Makeup Forever. I only have one color of Makeup Forever, so I'm going to put it on this cheek as well. Let's see if we can find a place to sneak it in. Just get a little dab. Don't want a whole lot. Again, grab my mirror. And we'll swatch this one properly down by my chin. Again, a lot more than I thought I had on the brush. See, this seems to go really far, these 3. Let that settle into my skin. Again, try not to waste it, but do a little quickie change. Make sure you don't use the smooth side of the stipply sponge thing, because otherwise it goes all terribly wrong. Okay, so I'm going to put Bobbi Brown directly on my chin. Now, this is the only one that's not a liquid. It is, in fact, a cream stick, and I love, 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 love it. Bobbi Brown has a lot of good stuff. I sort of just picked this out Sephora. I didn't get it matched or anything. Again, with my mirror. Backsliding mirror. And we'll do just a little bit down the middle of my chin. Can you see it? Okay. So we've got that, that, and that. And then, last but not least, just as a non-high end option, is this Eau de Tint, and it says it's our lightest foundation formula ever. And actually, I really like the texture of this stuff, and it's best applied with fingers. So you just get a little dab on your finger rather than a brush, and I'll just put this right here. And usually you'd sort of tap it on and tap it in. Because you don't want to see a lot of it. Okay, so let's compare, shall we? Okay, so you can see the Eau de Tint, possibly. It's actually quite orange on me, but it does thin out a huge amount, but it does definitely stand out. I'm going to go back over things just to even them out. So that's Bobbi Brown being all pale on my chin. And then we've got Makeup Forever. And then the Estee Lauders. Just gonna blend everything together. And then they're really hard to see, the Urban Decay. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more Urban Decay on, just to check it. And I'll also swatch it on my arms so you guys can see them better. Now, where did they go? So we've got half. Let's take the half. So again, trying to put just a little bit of half in my hand. So just a little bit. We'll pick that up on my brush. Grab our mirror again. And I forget which side I put it on. I think I put it on this side, didn't I? I can't remember. I think I put it there. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit heavier. So again, that is really pink. See, it's always really hard to tell with foundations, as I'm sure you all know. It's really hard to tell what color something is if you don't have it in sunlight. Now, most of these, as you can see, at least from a photo point of view, aren't bad. Though you can see this a bit, because you can't really see anything on my face. So just going to give this a little clean. Let's see if I've got my brush cleaner, because I'm now getting a bit gunked up. Good. Have my e.l.f. daily brush cleaner. So I'm just going to give that a healthy squirt and then rub it out on my spongy thing in the back of my hand to just get everything out. And I'll just get my one again. Pour a little bit more out onto my palm. Ooh, I just buzzed. That tickled. Okay, so got that and my mirror. So let's see here. It's about there. Okay, so I have a little rainbow running along my face. And it is quite hard to see, but I'll try and get close. Let's see if we bring us out of the good light a bit. Oh, so hard to tell. No. Get to see my exciting, messy room. Messy room. Let's see if moving back. Can anyone tell what color I am? They all seem pretty good. Looking in the mirror though, and again I'll take a photo if I can. I would say this is definitely the most yellow. My Bobbi Brown is quite concealy there. Shell is really pink. Beige Ivory is quite yellow. No, actually. No. That is HD. So HD is really pink. Beige Shell is kind of yellow. That's really pink. And then we've got Skin in 1.5. Honestly enough, I'll have to test it. But I would say no splendid color. It's hard to tell. I don't think any of them are amazingly close to my skin tone. Further away I go, the better it gets. I would say this. I think this is Urban Decay number 1. I will, as I said, try and get a photo when I'm done with this to see if we can see, and I will swatch everything quickly on my arm. But I'm going to love you and leave you just for a moment. I'm probably going to pause or stop this and splice it all together with magic. So that I can quickly get a photo of this, wipe it out, and put on Urban Decay number 1 and see how we look. So, see you in a mo. Okay, ladies and jelly spoons, I'm back. So I've put on basic makeup. I've not gone, over the top with eyeliner and anything. I am, however, wearing 2 different foundations. I'm just going to, again, grab my mirror, just so I can see. So, on this side of my face, we've got my normal Bobbi Brown cream makeup. And on this side of my face, we have Urban Decay's Half. Everything else is equal. The other products that I am wearing, which I love, all of them dearly, is Laura Mercier's Auburn Eyebrow Pencil and Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Caramel, or Caramel, depending on how you pronounce it. I am wearing the 3rd shade of this Revolutions palette, which is there to dupe Urban Decay's Basics. So I am wearing that shade right there. Buffed out quite a bit because I didn't want it to be, super obvious. I am also wearing a brand new Clinique Chubby Stick highlighter just along here. And my Chubby Contour Stick, which you guys have probably seen before. So, yeah. And I do like that it's actually called Curvy Contour, which just seems appropriate, So, there's that. And then, another new thing I'm wearing that I really, 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 really like if I can just find where it has gone, is I've got the box. This. I love this. I was going to get Dior's Rosy Glow. However, price and content-wise, size-wise, this beat it out. It's Estee Lauder's Pure Color Blush in Witty Peach. It's a satin, and it's 0.24 ounces or 7 grams. And I want to say I paid $23 or $27 for it. Oh, I didn't even notice it has a mirror. But look at that color. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's meant to sort of go along different parts of your face. But it's absolutely gorgeous. It does come with a little brush, but I just use one of my nice blush brushes. The packaging is just fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. So that I really like. You can't really see it because I didn't put a whole lot of it on. And then I'm wearing my Urban Decay pencil in nude, naked on my lips. So I'm just sort of nice and neutral today. And then I am wearing my sample of Laura Mercier's Volume Supreme Mascara for my first coat. And my second coat is actually my favorite volumizing mascara, Full and Soft by Maybelline. It is waterproof, the one I get. And it does stay really well. I tend to get waterproof mascara because I get sweat in my eyes, or, you know, I do stuff, or I rub my eyes, and waterproof tends to not go everywhere quite as much. But I love this stuff, and this stuff is even better if you apply it with one of the little roller lash wands from Benefit. I did a little video yesterday about that, but didn't actually get a chance to upload it, one because it was shot in portrait, and that's like the cardinal sin of videoing anything. But I'll give you the quick update now, just because I've mentioned it. I did go to a Benefit counter yesterday and try on some roller lash just by itself to see whether or not the clumpy gloopiness I'd felt when it was done for me at the Benefit counter is actually the same. And unfortunately it is. I still find that it leaves my lashes feeling quite clumpy, very brittle, and very, you know, I was trying to take it off last night and it was just a nightmare. I mean, it stays fairly well, but it has this thing where you're trying to remove it and it smudges and just becomes like this streaky slime up the side of your face. And I couldn't get it out without losing some of my eyelashes, of which I have like 4. So that wasn't great, but this stuff is excellent. I've only been able to find it in the States, and I do actually have a couple extra tubes, so if someone's desperate to try it, just drop that hashtag I mentioned earlier, and along with I Will Not Be Shamed and Full and Soft, and the first person to do that, I will send a tube of this to. It is very black, or noir intense. It's beautiful. Like, seriously, you will have the softest, like, fluffiest eyelashes. It is definitely a volume mascara. It is not a lengthening mascara. But it leaves them, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So, yes, I think that is everything I've got on my face. So, base 1, base 2... chubby stick, yeah, that's all I'm wearing at the moment. So what I'd like you guys to do is tell me what you think of the finish and color on both of these. In my mirror, I have a very distinct line on my forehead. I can sort of see it here, going towards the Bobbi Brown, and then this side towards the Urban Decay. I feel like both have a really nice texture. I still prefer sort of the texture of the Bobbi Brown, but it is heavier. As you can tell, it's got a much more full coverage for its initial coverage. So yeah, I've taken some photographs of some swatches of the colors on my arm. to try and show you what they look like. I put big globs and then blended them out. So I will label those and upload those photos. Let me know what you think. Let me know which you like the best. And please do subscribe down below. You can also find me on Twitter under The Curvy Kitten. You can find me on Facebook at The Curvy Kitten Blog. On Tumblr, again, I believe it's The Curvy Kitty Blog. And also on Pinterest and Instagram. But I would recommend, for the moment, going to my so very not updated website, www.curvykitty.com? thecurvykitty.com. Right now there is sort of a holding page on the front with some very witty jokes about Engelbert Humperdinck and Right Said Fred. But all the links at the top do work, so if you want to get to any of my pages, that's a really quick way of doing so. I have uploaded some of my YouTube videos and reviews to the reviews page, and there is a gallery that is currently up, but the front page is still very much a work in progress because I've gotten sort of sucked into Twitter land. Please do follow me. It would mean everything. Please subscribe. Again, that would mean the world to know that you're watching. And please do leave comments. I love comments. And later this week, I'm hoping to hold a live hangout on YouTube for people who are interested in makeup and cosmetics and body positivity and just have a chat. You can just leave comments below, which I'm happy to answer any questions you've got. Otherwise, please join in, and I will post an update on that later. Later, I will also do some more head-to-heads as regarding the primer potion and my Smashbox for the quality of hold on sort of eyeshadow. There's tons of stuff coming up, and as I said, I've got tons of stuff to give away. So please, please, please send me a comment or a tweet or a message on Facebook, because I would love to send you stuff. So as I said, please do subscribe down below. It would make me happy and I'll love you forever. So yeah, so I will leave you for today and hopefully speak to you all soon. Bye!